welcome to Crawl Space. For today's Gossip Pod, we recorded this actually live on Facebook on April 23rd, 2020, and it was a lot of fun. It's very comical. There's not much serious crime talk in this one, and we have a wonderful guest, Rebekah Sebastian from the DIE-ALOGUE podcast, which is great. There's a link in the show notes. She also does yellow tape true crime trivia, and so we play some trivia live on the show, and it's really a lot of fun. Me versus Lance, and you can play along at home too. Make sure you tweet us and let us know how you did if you play along. So I hope you like it. This is definitely a light edition of the Gossip Pod this week. We have some fun with Marie Claire, joke around a bit. So I hope you like it. Thank you very much for listening, everybody. And check us out next Thursday night, 9 p.m. Eastern on Get Vocal. And there will be a link in the show notes. Thank you. All right, everybody, we are live on Facebook. I am Tim, joined by Lance. What's up, Lance?
What's going on?
Rebekah, Sebastian of Yellow Tape, True Crime Trivia, and DIE-ALOGUE podcast is also joining us today. How is it going, Rebekah?
Hello, live from New York City.
It's Thursday afternoon.
It's Thursday afternoon.
Coming from the epicenter.
You have a lot of books in the background there. All over the place are books. I see books everywhere.
They're empty. They're just vessels to hold things. I just like to look smart on my Zoom calls.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. They're like the IKEA fake books.
Yeah, exactly. No, they're books. I love to read, and I have all my favorite books in my office. True crime over there, and in the back are like memoir style.
Yeah. Oh. So you've read them all?
Okay, is this going to be a book shaming thing? Because I didn't sign up for that. I will not be, not be shamed for my literature.
We can move on. It is Thursday afternoon, April 23rd. Rebekah, thank you very much for joining us here live on Facebook. Right at the very top of this recording, Lance was saying this is our farewell Facebook Live, and it might be. We are...
Could be.
Yeah, we are exploring a new format, or more like platform, called Get Vocal. And I believe we're going to be there next Thursday night at 9 p.m. Eastern on Get Vocal. We're going to be doing a show. We're probably going to end up doing this Gossip Pod sort of thing. So get ready for Get Vocal.
I love to get on shows right before they, pivot majorly and change format.
Yeah, it's like getting on the final episode of All in the Family or something, and just like, Norman Lear's like, just go for it, guys.
Exactly.
Well, a lot of friends in the chat room already. We've got Rich Black says, hey, everybody, nice to see you. How you doing, Rich? Craig Fanning in there. Shiloh, Dr. Shiloh's in there, as well as the true crime guy, Mike Morford, and Esther Hilton.
Yeah.
Oh, Bill Thomas, too. Wow.
Oh, Bill Thomas. Bill Thomas found some time out of his day to, he's probably, he definitely has like his left hand is working on true crime stuff. His right hand is commenting on the Facebook live feed right now.
That's right.
Yeah.
And Morph said, how dare we overlap his time slot? Apparently we're snaking his time slot on Thursday nights.
Really?
Ooh, it's a battle.
Well,
fight to the death.
Yeah. So it's kind of like TV in that, like one of us is ABC and one of us is NBC, and so we just go head to head. It's, for live programming. You can still watch the episode after it's taped, but, as far as live viewership, yeah, that would be head to head.
Oh, no.
Now shit's getting real.
No comment.
Yeah, we're having people say that Get Vocal is Mike Morford's turf.
That's right.
We're actually, this could be like a West Side Story thing. Or a Romeo and Juliet story.
Rebekah, tell us a little bit about your podcast and your Yellow Tape Trivia True Crime show.
Sure, I'd love to. So I started a true crime trivia show in New York City 3 years ago, almost 2.5 years ago. And the idea was pub trivia, but all true crime. And instead of a prize per se, like winning free drinks or whatever, which we do, we would raise money for the Innocence Project. So it was kind of a way to put our collective knowledge from over the years of reading all the things we read and watching all the things we watch showing off with our intel, and then for a good cause. So I did that for a couple of years, and then I got to thinking that sometimes at these shows, people would want to talk more about the cases, right? More than just the who, where, what, and when, and the case details. So we started exploring this idea of why do these things happen, and why do we care so much? And that's where the podcast came in. So I started DIE-ALOGUE as a way to answer those questions that I couldn't do at Yellow Tape. So now I'm still doing both.
Very cool.
Fantastic.
Yeah. What does a typical true crime trivia Yellow Tape, experience look like?
So it's a ton of fun, first of all. And if you go to RebekahSebastian.com, you can see photos of shows and kind of what the vibe is. But you usually go, if you go by yourself, you will find friends there and you will sit with them and become part of their team. But usually people come with a couple of friends, 5 friends. You create a team and a team name, which is almost like half the fun. Some of my favorites have been, one team is Ted Bundy's Type. It's a bunch of cute brunettes. One was, sometimes they're punny, but they're not always appropriate. I can't really censor that.
Right.
One is A Hard Knocks Life. So, so people come up with their team name, and then we have 5 rounds of 5 questions, and I host it, and I do little anecdotes and stories as well, but usually there's 5 separate categories. We do all the questions, and then we go over the answers, and then there is a winner. And again, we do the donation as the prize.
Okay. Well, that sounds like a blast.
Are you ever nervous that you might have a actual serial killer in the audience and they're just there sort of casing everybody?
Yeah, I think some people worry that it's me, frankly. So, it's all fair game. And no, there's never been anyone that's been too weird. Although at one show, this guy started, soliciting outside my show to take people on private true crime tours in New York City.
Wow.
And on the one hand, I thought that was seriously sketchy. And on the other hand, I'm like, I think this means my show is successful if someone is soliciting at it, right?
Yes.
So
flattering.
We do have to always have our guard up and we watch people closely, but mostly my audience is pretty safe.
Great. Once we're all able to get out there and socialize again, we'll heavily promote any Yellow Tape trivia night that's coming up, and hopefully we can do a live show. We were actually in talks with our buddies at the Rockwell Theater in Davis Square, Somerville, to do something there at their sister restaurant Saloon, which is a perfect location. That was, I think, one day before everything got shut down, so we will resume those talks later on.
Yeah, I look forward to that. We should definitely do a live show with you guys, and I do them all over New York City. As soon as the shelter ends and it's safe, we will be back in the venues doing the show, but not until then.
All right, and this is, of course, the Gossip Pod, and we see Erin in the chat room. Erin Desrocher, Lance?
I'm going to say DeRogers.
DeRogers. Okay, I hadn't tried that one
I
out
think
loud yet.
Kazoo Bay. It's pronounced Kazoo Bay.
But Erin ordered some of these shirts, and you can see these tweets on Twitter. We put them out there, and we'll put them on Facebook too. But she ordered these Gossip Pod shirts that Lance and I are wearing now, and the proceeds of that purchase goes right to PIs for the Missing, a great cause, and really a wonderful design. And it just makes me laugh. I know it makes Lance laugh as well.
It is one of the better designs that Crawlspace Media has put out there to the public. And thank you, Erin, so much for buying not one but 2 products. She bought the hoodie and she bought a red T-shirt so she can be styling in both colder temperatures and warmer temperatures. So she's thinking ahead there. We like that. And yeah, I was right on. But yeah, it's for a good cause. 100% of the proceeds go to PIs for the Missing. And this whole Gossip Pod started as a joke, and someone sort of threw some shade at us and said that we did a Gossip Pod. So we said, you know what, we might as well take this shade and turn it into something that we can raise money for PIs for the Missing. Fuck it, why not?
Yeah, a lot of fun.
That's the way to go.
I hesitate to bring up this part because I know someone in our chat room is going to just blow her top.
Oh, no. Okay.
And it's time we bring up the Marie Claire list because our friend Rebekah Sebastian here, Beck Seabass of DIE-ALOGUE, she made the Marie Claire list.
Seabass, that's new.
Beck Seabass, that's awesome. Yeah, I don't even want to say congratulations because this is insane.
Yeah, I don't know. Should I put a paper bag on my head? Like, I don't even know if I should be proud of this or...
you earned it. You earned it.
Thank you. Thank you. It was exciting news for me.
You should be very proud of it. You know, I think at this point, though, it does seem like there's a real feud building between Crawl Space, the entity, and Marie Claire, the magazine.
Well, they're pretty small from what I understand. I think your conglomerate as a whole could easily swallow them up into your board. You'll probably acquire them, is what I'm saying. So
hostile takeover, Lance?
We don't want to. We live in very uncertain times. We don't want to make it any more stressful for the employees of Marie Claire. But I mean, it's personal at this point, right? I mean, this is like the third top podcast list they've done this month. I mean,
I think there's a glitch in their system because let's be real. Maybe. I've been on it 3 times and that's not normal either. So I think something is just
earned it.
Well, maybe once.
Well, they must be aware of Esther's tweeting about it, and then we kind of joined in, and it was real fun on Twitter. But it seems like they took it personally because
no,
they I don't know, but they listed 55 true crime podcasts, and it's hard to list 55 and not come across Crawl Space or Missing More Marty.
They had. I'm not going to name the shows, but they had shows on there that aren't running new episodes anymore.
Okay.
And haven't been for a couple of years.
I've clearly missed the latter part of this story unfolding. And Esther, are we cool, girl? Like, I don't know you, but I just want to send good things from New York City to you.
Oh, Esther's lovely. Yeah, you definitely only want to be on her good side, though. She will go at you. She likes to start the drama online, and she's really dug her heels into this Marie Claire versus Crawl Space. This feud now.
I smell a podcast.
There might be yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
The real crime right there.
The Marie Claire mystery. Where is Crawl Space?
So, and Chris Duet has made the list too. And so I feel like I'm really happy for Chris Duet, but I can't help but think that's just a thumb in our eye.
Like they dug through your portfolio to just dug in and around you.
Does feel that way.
Well, let's start at change.org.
Let's do them all.
Immediately.
Let's do them all. Let's do a change.org, a GoFundMe, a Kickstarter campaign, and what's another one out there?
I think those are the big ones. I think we'll cover a lot of ground.
Okay, and then just the regular mail. Just feel free to regular snail mail your letters to Marie Claire.
With gloves or not when you send them.
Right.
Yeah, but options open.
I'm just curious what it takes to make the list. I mean, we've done, I think, at least triple digits episodes in both of those shows, maybe combined 300, 350 episodes. I'm just curious what it takes to make the list.
Well, I think if people knew, I don't know, I guess not everybody would get on it or what. Who knows? I'm sure it's some freaky little ratio of something that they're looking for. What's going to get people clicking? What's new? What's different? I don't know. I feel attacked, though. Just kidding. I don't. If I sound offensive, I'm not. I don't know. I think it's an oversight. I think the table can be big enough for everybody. But, a list is a list is a list. I don't know.
Shiloh in the comments said, "Yeah, Marie Claire, thanks for the heads up about My Favorite Murder."
Oh yeah, I know.
No one knew about them before that list.
It's always good to hear about a new show that no one's talking about. Yeah, I don't know what that recipe is.
Yeah, well, maybe we'll have to ask Chris Duet. But for right now, I'm basically blaming Lance. I think it's probably Lance's fault somehow. I mean, I don't know. It can't be my fault. I realize that.
Yeah, when in doubt.
No.
Cast blame.
Yeah, on Lance.
Yeah. I'm sure there's something that is going to be pulled up from the distant past that I did, maybe on Twitter, who knows, and then we go, oh, that's what it was. That person was somehow affiliated with Marie Claire, and that person just made it their life goal to like Tim said, stick their thumb in our eyes.
Yeah, well, stranger things have happened.
Get your dirty thumb out of my eye.
I mean,
it really is some 25-year-old, new associate, and no disrespect to millennials, but just someone's job is to bring that to an editor, and who knows who you've offended along the way.
Yeah, I mean, they're clearly obsessed with us, trolling us, probably listening right now. I would say definitely listening right now.
Oh, 100% listening.
Yeah. Love you, Marie Claire.
Do we have to mention that that the proceeds of these shirts go to charity, to the nonprofit again? Do we have to mention that again?
Doesn't matter, Tim. Doesn't matter.
Does every podcast on that
thing
list,
on?
do they have a nonprofit that they're on the board of?
I don't know.
Oh
I think if
gosh.
we checked in with My Favorite Murder, you'd probably find several boards that they're on.
All right.
Possibility.
Yes,
Well-
Morph. It is a conspiracy.
We do join Morph on Get Vocal and Josh Hallmark too. They both have shows on Thursday nights and on the True Crime Block. Rebekah, I think you should really think about joining that True Crime Block on Thursday nights. I think that'd be a lot of fun.
Oh, it's happening.
Yeah, good. Okay. Again, I keep reiterating, but this is the Gossip Pod, and Josh Hallmark, our friend from True Crime Bullshit, we had a project with him that was in a various stage of pre-production that got temporarily put on hold, and I think we tweeted about it at one point, and so I just wanted to kind of mention that here, and I feel like this is the right place. I don't want to get too deep into it or why or anything, because a lot of those questions we don't even really have answers to, but there would have been a real dream project come together with us and Josh Hallmark, and it's on hold for now.
Very exciting.
Yeah, but Josh Hallmark's a total jerk.
Yeah. The reason I was just going to say the reason why it's on hold is because Josh Hallmark is all like, mine, mine, mine. This is all mine, not yours. He's grabby, needs everything to be in his control, and don't ever show him a script for a show you're writing, because he will rip that thing off.
Yeah, he'll change
He'll
it.
rip it off like a band-aid.
He'll demand a new logo and demand new music, and just be, demand you come visit him anytime you want to record, even though we have the studio.
It's very demanding.
Yeah, but
Great shoes, though. Great shoes. Don't think I didn't notice those shoes, Josh.
nah, great guy. Just kidding. This is the Gossip Pod, so we're going to take shots wherever we can, but he's great. Rebekah, is there anyone you need to take shots at?
Oh my gosh. Always. No. Actually, no. Truly, no shots. No shots fired over here. I could tease who I'm interviewing tomorrow, which is kind of dishy.
Please.
Tease.
I don't usually do that, but, I actually was unsure if I should interview this person, so I think that's always an interesting place to start an interview.
Can we guess?
Yeah, let's play a guessing game.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Bill Thomas.
Yeah, part 2, and it is different from the first, let me tell you. He is not who he says he is.
Okay.
Of course not.
So I'm going to unpack my thought here, my guess.
Oh, you're going to guess with no context. You're just going to
That's
guess.
right. I'm already ready to
Okay.
guess.
Rich Black is taking shots, too, of bourbon.
Good. We encourage
Cheers.
that. My guess is
You'll never get it.
Cannibal Cop.
No.
Okay, because
No.
you said maybe I wouldn't have this person on. I had to give it a
Yeah,
second
no, that's
thought.
a very good guess, though, because I had a conversation in my interview with Kevin Balfe.
Yep.
Hope I'm saying that right.
Nope.
I think I am. No, about Cannibal Cop. I didn't want to go to his panel at CrimeCon. Like, I respect his right of speech and everything. I just personally didn't want to. So I think for me no. But good guess.
Okay, thank you.
But that would be on like this side of the spectrum. It's not that extreme.
I'm going to go with, it's obvious. Tim, it's obvious.
Who?
She's nervous to say it because it's Art Roderick. And she knows that you get all worked up when we talk about art.
Negative.
Ah.
It is not art. No, I know he brings so much controversy, but no. No, so let me give you some context.
Okay.
So he is not a committer of crimes. Not that anyone you've mentioned so far, well, except for the first guy, has been. So I'm not saying I don't feel ready to interview any perpetrators.
Yeah.
But maybe just like questionable choices in their profession.
Okay, I know what it is.
Okay.
But before I answer, if you do talk to Art Roderick, just tell him to email us back.
Yeah, he just texted me. I can't. I just saw the alert come up. I'll tell you offline.
I think it is defense attorney Jose Baez.
Ooh, you were getting so close. So close. So close. Like you teed up Lance to get this. If Lance doesn't get this, it's a crying shame.
Oh, well then if he's so close with that, it's got to be Casey Anthony.
No.
Oh.
No, it's like
Did I overshoot it?
Almost a direct parallel to we're back at Tim. Sorry.
Okay. F. Lee Bailey.
No.
He's drunk. That's why.
Who's the other guy? Who's the other guy?
Mike Morford.
So the case, the murder, and the case happened in 2005.
It's Dr. Maurice Godwin.
Mic drop. Now, should I tell you, or do you want to keep guessing?
Okay, you should probably. Oh, what about Ken Kratz?
Ken Kratz.
No.
That's who I was thinking of.
That's Morph's fault. That was
Morph
wrote that. Johnny Cochran? No, not Johnny.
He's dead.
Is that true?
Johnny Cochran's dead. Yes.
I think Melina Cantor in the chat room. I think she meant maybe Darden is at least who I thought she meant. Anyway, I don't know.
Darden. It's not Darden, and it's not
Shapiro.
anybody from the other side.
Okay, maybe you should just tell us.
Do you remember the Jodi Arias case?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, it's her lawyer, Kirk Nurmi.
Oh,
Maybe.
okay.
So he's written a book, and he got disbarred for writing the book.
Oh.
And so we had a pre-interview chat, and I said, I've never done an interview where I felt I've needed to challenge anybody, and I think I might need to a little bit. And so if you're okay with that, then let's have a conversation. I'm totally okay with that. And he's been super gracious and has a story to tell, and we're talking tonight, actually.
Oh, very cool.
So, yeah, that episode will come out in a couple weeks.
Wow. Okay.
What a great tease.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was fun.
Are you excited?
Am I excited?
Yeah.
Yeah, I am excited. I am,
right.
yeah.
I mean, he's no Ken Kratz.
No, I mean, that's that would be a whole other audio experience.
That guy was quite a character.
Yes.
We met him at the first Crime Con 2017. And he was at the bar, and he was just like, "Hey, everybody, let's take a picture. Oh, there's pretty girls over there. Hey, how's it going?"
Is that what his voice sounds like when he's drunk?
He was quite tipsy.
A little bit deeper.
Wow, that's surprising. Wait, was he disbarred as well?
I don't know. His behavior was disbarring, though.
He was not as drunk as F. Lee Bailey, though.
That's another game. Like, who was the drunkest at CrimeCon?
Oh, man.
Can I tell a quick story about F. Lee Bailey?
Yeah.
Always.
We were at CrimeCon, same CrimeCon, the first year, and we were doing our panel or our big event in like the main ballroom, and we got the sign from one of the organizers. She came up the aisle and she starts going like, keep going. So because we're coming to the end, stretch it. We're coming to the end of our time there, and then she's like, keep going, stretch it out. And we did, and then she comes up later on, like a few minutes later, and she's like, you're good. So we wrapped it up, and then she said that they actually thought that F. Lee Bailey had died. He was going on right after us, and they were banging on his door in his hotel room, and it just turns out that he was still passed out. And so they got him down there. They like rolled him down, but he blew him, like he killed it. I guess I talked to people coming out, and I guess he killed it. I guess he killed his seminar.
Yeah. That's amazing. I like that at CrimeCon, if anything's like 30 seconds behind, it's like, they must be dead. That's the only explanation.
Right. Someone killed him.
Yeah. It's murder within the murder.
Apparently, Fleeb is a legendary drinker. Rumor has it. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. Lance, do you want to take shots at Morph while we're here? Morph is wondering why we want to take shots at him, and Esther is encouraging us to drag Morph. But Chris Duet in the chat room says that admits here to paying off Marie Claire magazine for 6 months in advance for a place on that sweet list.
Mystery solved.
Of course, Chris Duet of Criminal Perspective, the runaway hit podcast on the Crawl Space Network. All right, Rebekah. Well, do you have any trivia prepared for this afternoon?
Trivia? No, I'm just kidding. I do. I have some fun things for you guys.
Yes.
I've adapted the game a little bit. This is a new day for true crime trivia. There's no stage. We're not together. So one of my favorite categories is called Netflix and Kill. And in that category, I play a clip. People watch it and they have to identify the doc. Well, that's way too complicated. But my friend Michelle, who I might still be joined with us, suggested like a tailored and adjusted version. So I came up with, she came up with this. And so this I'm calling mono. Mono meaning one word. I'm going to say a word and you're going to tell me the doc I'm talking about.
Wow. Okay.
Whew, I'm nervous.
Yeah, this is going to be fun. And maybe people playing with us can type in their answers, although then you can see them. I don't know. I'll leave the rules to you because I can't see the chat. So I'm going to say a word and it's like, just think representative of the documentary. And they're not all on Netflix, by the way. So
Okay.
They might be a different platform.
How do we go about answering?
So I think it's the first person who knows it says it. We're not going to alternate. This is not friendly. This is like every man for himself. Tim, Lance, you just chime in.
Should we flip our pen up? Because if you talk at the same time, maybe there's an audio delay.
I like the pen. And I'm watching.
Okay.
And the audience will back me up or be my judge. Like if I'm not sure who was first, I will ask someone who is there and trust you guys to report back. So this is all just a real game of trust.
Oh,
Okay.
wrong choice there.
Yeah, I know.
I'm practicing my pen flip.
Okay. Well, just careful. Like we don't want a false start. Okay. So the first word, I'm going to say the word. You're going to say the documentary.
Okay.
Is. This was so much fun, by the way, to think of the words. Meth.
How to fix a drug scandal?
Well, first of all, I saw 2 pens go up and
Shit.
a voice talk, so it's incorrect. So, Lance?
I'm going to go with Tiger King.
No, I'm now realizing this really can apply to a lot of true crime docs. And I had 3 words prepared for this documentary, so let me go to the next word.
Okay.
So we've got meth, and now I'm going to say Beverly. You know this. All right, I'm going to say the third word. So we have meth, Beverly. Anybody in the comments?
Nope.
Burp.
What was it?
Burp.
Oh.
I think I saw, yes. Okay, so do you know that after that there was police footage of him being interviewed and he says, well, yeah, I was high on meth the whole time they were shooting.
Oh, I did not know that.
I did not know that.
And then the Beverly, he spelled Beverly Hills wrong. He spelled
That's
Beverly
right.
wrong. So they did the handwriting analysis and then he just couldn't stop burping for some reason.
Okay.
So, so that's how we play. That's the jinx.
I like it. I like
okay.
it.
The next one's a little...
Well, this
Esther
is
thought that was
bullshit
Pan
so
Man.
far.
She thought it was what?
Pan Man.
Okay, this one I don't have 3 words for, so here we go. But it's much more straightforward. So pen's ready.
Okay.
Below the screen, so because I see pens. Okay, none. I think Lance was...
Oh, come on!
I'm not sure. I'm not sure.
Bullshit.
That was... Does somebody in the comments want to challenge that?
I just saw the replay in real time, and I totally beat him.
Okay.
Oh,
Tim,
I don't know. Looks pretty much. Okay.
clearly I'm not, that strict. So, Tim, do you want to answer?
No, I don't, actually.
No, I'll give it to you.
The Keepers.
Correct. Yes. Well, you both knew it. So, as far as I'm concerned, we're all winners. Okay. Are we ready? Movie number 3. One word is text.
Text.
Text message. Text.
Text message.
All right, I'll do another word. Massachusetts. That was Lance.
Is it the Aaron Hernandez story?
No. Tim.
I Love You Now Die.
Correct.
In your face, Lance.
That was a legitimate win. Okay, should we do a fourth?
Yeah.
This is 2 words, but it's like one thing.
2 words, but one thing.
Cheese sandwich. No? Okay. Island. Music. Tim.
Firefest.
Oh, what?
Okay, now maybe I was looking too much to my left. Was it Tim or Lance, guys?
I
It was
got it.
Tim.
Yes.
Yeah.
Did you answer?
The
My
fire,
headphones went out.
Firefest.
Yeah,
Okay.
Fire Festival.
Okay.
Yes. So the cheese sandwich story is, they were promised these gourmet
That's right.
meals and the chefs, and then everyone got a styrofoam box with a cheese sandwich in it, and one person tweeted it, and it was like the cheese sandwich around the world.
That's right.
Okay, last one in this mono one-word documentary category, and I would get your pens ready. I'm watching both of you equally. The word is owl. Tim.
The staircase.
This is
Correct.
ridiculous.
Well, maybe there's a little lag, but I definitely saw his
There's
first.
definitely a lag.
Okay. So this category is called Peas in a Podcast, and it's all about true crime podcasts. So I thought this would be a fun one, given
Perfect.
our company. Okay. So I'm going to ask a question, and it's going to be about a podcast, and one of you will hopefully know the answer. So these are not your fair weather podcast listener questions. I've ratcheted it up a little for you guys. Okay, in a podcast called The Dropout, we meet Elizabeth Holmes and the downfall of her once multi-billion-dollar company. What is that company called? What is the name of Elizabeth Holmes' company? Lance.
Spanx,
That is not correct.
I guessed.
You know this.
I
The
do
blood
not.
company.
What is it?
The blood company. The biotech company that does blood. Elizabeth Holmes.
Is the company Theranos?
I'm going to give it to you. It's pronounced Theranos, but yes.
He stole it
Yes,
from the
totally.
chat room,
It's
but
spelled the same way.
Okay, you could say that I might have looked over there and seen it in the chat room, but I didn't. I swear to you, I did not.
I
Okay.
trust you. I trust
don't.
you. But yes,
I
the
don't,
answer
but-
is Theranos. This is the Bay Area biotech company, and she went down for fraud, and her trial will be later this year. So I'm
Wow.
so excited about it because I love white collar crime.
okay.
Okay, so the next question. The podcast Dirty John came on the heels of an article following the story of John Meehan in what city newspaper? Tim,
LA Times.
you got it.
It's too easy.
In the podcast S-Town, S-Town is a euphemism for shit town, which is what John B. McLemore calls this real-life Alabama town. What is the town's actual name? I've given you 3 choices because we might need them, right?
Yeah.
We don't all know 3 towns in Alabama. Is it Montgomery, Tuscaloosa, or Woodstock? Tim,
Woodstock.
you got it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Ah.
I think my pen is freezing. My video is freezing.
I mean, I saw movement on both your frames, and Tim's was faster. I don't
I think
know.
my frames are a little bit spaced out.
Maybe. Was the sun in your eyes, or?
No, the sun's over there.
Yeah, okay. Okay, here we are, bringing it full circle. In the hit podcast, My Favorite Murder, the signature sign-off includes asking one of the hosts, Siamese cats Elvis, if they want a cookie. To which MFM murder host does Elvis belong? Tim.
Georgia.
Yes. And he was first, right? Is everyone seeing what I'm seeing? I feel like I'm living in an
I don't
alternate
care.
reality.
I don't care.
I think Lance might quit.
I'm out of here.
See, I think Michelle in the chat room, Michelle Kezube, I think is hitting on something here. That it's the ghost that Lance moved into a haunted house recently. Rebekah, I don't know if you're aware of this, but we've been saying how it's psychologically affecting Lance. Like, it's not dropping things from the shelves, but it's worming its way into his psyche.
It is a little bit. I don't know. My pen feels like a lot heavier when I bring it up here. It's like something is just pushing down on it, and I'm trying to like.
Your ghost is sabotaging you?
Perhaps. Maybe my ghost. Well, I think that it's a benevolent presence. So I think perhaps the ghost didn't want me to win because I think the ghost understands that it could have a longer lasting effect on Tim if he didn't win. So I think the ghost
generous.
was actually
really
was actually protecting Tim.
Yeah, this is an emotionally intelligent ghost.
Right.
It's Ghost. Yeah, this
And
he's been
he's
around for a
right.
while.
He's right. I would be so pissed if I lost this. So he's absolutely right.
Okay, well here I'm gonna switch gears and throw this a completely different way. We're out of podcasts now.
Okay.
And I'm gonna ask you a true or false question. So pen up if you know it and are ready to answer. True or false, Mr. and Mrs. Ramsey were criminally charged with the murder of their daughter, JonBenet. Lance.
False?
Correct. Do you know what they were indicted for or charged with by a grand jury? Just, no extra points. Trophy, I can't ship it right now, so. They were indicted for recklessly and feloniously placing their daughter in a position that led to her death, but they were never charged with murder. So That was a true or false.
That is a slippery slope when it comes to the law.
Yeah, I think other guests would be more qualified to speak to that, but surely you are correct, in my opinion. What is the operation name of the FBI investigation of the college scandal? This was like major headlines last year. There's a name for it, the case file from the FBI. What is that called? Tim? Your pen is up, but you do not look sure.
I definitely don't know. Danny Tanner.
No.
Okay.
Oh, I was going to make a similar joke and say Operation Full House.
Yeah.
No, that's a good one. Operation Jailhouse. Nope. It's Operation Varsity Blues. And it spans the country and all kinds of people and players. And those headlines are still coming out, which is interesting. The pleas and the money, and I'm enjoying watching those. Again, the white collar crime really brightens my day.
Didn't Lori Lofton say that she was she did it for like religious reasons? Did one of them pull like a religious thing?
I have not heard that. What in the world would the religious reason be?
I don't know. I thought I heard that somewhere.
Oh, I hope so. I hope that's true. I'm going to look it up. Should we have like a final?
Let's make this question all or nothing. I'm pushing all my chips.
All
in.
or nothing. Okay,
Yeah.
Okay. Do you want to give me like a category, or you want me to surprise you?
Modern day Latin history.
I got you, Lance. Okay.
Thank you.
In what state capital is the Nexium headquarters?
Do you want the capital city or the state?
Yeah, so I said in what state capital. So I'll take the state and the capital.
That's me first. Hartford, Connecticut.
That's incorrect. Lance, would you like to take an answer?
Oh, thank you, Rebekah.
An opportunity to get in the game.
I'm going to go ahead and say Sacramento, California.
That's incorrect. But that is the capital of California, so kudos. Okay, do you want to try again,
Yes,
Tim?
I got it.
Gonna...
Albany,
No,
New York.
he's reading. He's reading Bill Thomas. He's read
It's
Bill
Albany,
Thomas.
New York. Oh, man. Well, then Bill wins. For the
Thank
win,
you,
Bill
Bill.
Thomas.
Oh, Bill always wins. Bill sabotaged us.
No, he helped me. He sure helped me. That was a beautiful thing. Thank you very much to Bill Thomas, and thank you very much to everyone in the chat room who played along, who listened along here today, and thank you most of all to Rebekah, Sebastian of Yellow Tape and DIE-ALOGUE. Make sure you listen to DIE-ALOGUE. It's a great show. Check it out. Any parting words?
Oh, this was so much fun. You guys are good sports. And
I'm
thanks.
pissed.
This was fun.
I'm not a good. I'm pissed. I got hosed.